coronally advanced flap is most effective and predictable surgery to treat gingival recession, especially Miller's class 1 and class 2 types. It is indicated in root coverage procedures. In this video, we will understand what is coronally advanced flap, when it is used, the step-by-step surgical protocol, clinical steps for success, and common mistakes to avoid. So what is a coronally advanced flap? It is a mucogingival surgical procedure in which gingival tissues are repositioned coronally to cover an exposed root surface. The goal is to achieve root coverage, reduction of dentine hypersensitivity, improve aesthetics, reduce chances of root caries. The key concept here is coronally advanced flap can be performed alone or in combination with connective tissue grafts or different biomaterials. Coronally advanced flap was introduced by Norberg in 1926. It was introduced as an aesthetic procedure for root coverage. However, it underwent a lot of modifications, especially by Allen and Miller in 1989, who gave 2 oblique incisions to treat gingival recession, specially indicated for Miller's class 1 recession, where the adequate keratinized tissue was present and gingival recession was less than or equal to 3 mm. It was further modified by Zucchelli and DeSantis in 2000, where oblique incisions were used for multiple gingival recessions. Here, vertical incisions were avoided to achieve envelope type flap without any vertical incisions, and blood supply was preserved and scars were avoided. So where can coronally advanced flap be indicated? In case of shallow recession defects which are less than 3 mm, in case of single and multiple recession defects like Miller's class 1 and class 2 recessions, in Chiro's RT type 1 recession, in thick or moderate gingival biotypes where the patient has a good plaque control, and an intact interdental papilla and the interdental bone. It can also be advised in procedures like guided tissue regeneration where adequate width of attached gingiva is present. Where CF cannot be performed are conditions like shallow vestibule, high frenal attachment, gingival cleft extending up to the alveolar mucosa, buccally placed tooth with a prominent root, inadequate width of attached gingiva apical to the recession, and patients with poor oral hygiene. What are the benefits of coronally advanced flap? The advantages are that it is a single surgical site. There is minimal patient morbidity. This procedure has a predictable aesthetic outcome, especially in ideal cases. It can be combined with grafts and different biomaterials. The armamentarium used for coronally advanced flap includes a 15C or a microsurgical blade, a periodontal curette and scaler to remove the calculus and achieve root planing, tissue forceps to hold the delicate partial thickness flaps, needle holder and sutures, especially 5-0 or finer, for precise suturing. It is important to maintain asepsis and precise blade control throughout the surgical procedure. Step-by-step surgical protocol for coronally advanced flap. The first step involves incision. There is a circular incision around the involved tooth. Horizontal incisions are followed, especially in the mesial and distal directions. 2 vertical releasing incisions which are slightly divergent apically, and these extensions extend beyond the mucogingival junction. The objective here is to preserve the papilla and allow for adequate flap mobility. Step 2 involves flap elevation. It is elevated as a full split thickness flap. The full thickness flap is over the recession defect, and the partial thickness flap is in the apical region beyond the mucogingival junction. The purpose is to maintain blood supply and achieve tension-free coronal advancement of the flap. Split thickness flaps involves use of sharp blade, and full thickness flaps performed with periosteal elevator. Third step involves flap mobilization and advancement. Here, the flap should passively reach 1 to 2 mm coronal to the cemento-enamel junction. Periosteal releasing incision can be performed if required to advance the flap. No tension at final flap position should be present. The key principle here is a tension-free flap results in long-term success of coronally advanced flap. Fourth step involves suturing. The flap is stabilized using interrupted and sling sutures. This ensures intimate flap adaptation and no dead space is seen. Post-operative care involves no brushing at surgical site for 2 weeks, chlorhexidine mouthwash twice daily for 2 weeks. Patient is advised to have soft diet, avoid lip pulling or trauma to the area. Analgesics are prescribed. Suture removal is performed in 10 to 14 days. Healing outcomes. Healing after coronally advanced flap occurs by primary intention. The initial root coverage is visible in 2 to 4 weeks. Long-term stability depends on the gingival biotype, which should ideally be thick, oral hygiene, occlusal forces, and patient compliance. Factors affecting success involves case selection, thickness of flap, adequate blood supply, flap tension, surgical technique, and post-operative care. Clinical tips for coronally advanced flap include maintaining sharp blades for clean incisions. It requires surgical skills to manage split thickness flap, periosteal releasing incisions when required, use of microsurgical sutures for better adaptation, and finishing with gentle but thorough root planing. So to summarize, coronally advanced flap is a surgery that is primarily aimed at root coverage, reduction of hypersensitivity, improved aesthetics, and reduced chances of root caries. It is indicated in Miller's Class 1 and Class 2 recession defects with intact interdental papilla and bone, and the shallow recession defects which are less than 3 mm. The steps involves circular incision, horizontal incision, vertical incisions, flap elevation, and suturing. Assessment of healing is done weekly and suture removal is done after 2 weeks. You can find the link to MCQs for this topic in the description of the video. We hope you liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for update on new videos. Thank you.